Oh,
I have a funny story.
nice.
Like,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
first off, okay, saying that I used to write stories, like it was purely for fun, right? It was never
Okay.
like to the extent
Okay.
of what you got. Like I
Never
don't have any kind
published.
of no, nothing like that. But there was a good few years, right? And yes, keep in mind I was very young. Like I was, you know, probably around the same age as I don't know, like well, 12, 13, whatever that was. But yeah, I used to write these little like kids books, and I have a funny story. So in Winnipeg, there's this thing called the Santa Claus Parade. I'm sure it's all over the place, but the one in the city. My grandpa used to work for a company that was in the parade, so I was able to go in the parade with him, like as part of his like work
Okay.
thing or
Yeah.
whatever. And I had written a story about that, right? And this was, I think it was grade 3. Written a story about how like, oh, I was in the parade, and I for some reason, this is a vivid memory in my head, but I do remember my grade 3 teacher. She corrected me, saying, "No, you weren't in the parade. You were at the parade." And then I told her, I'm like, "No, I was in it. I was in the parade. You know, I ain't some stupid little kid. Like I know what I'm talking about. I was in that parade." And yeah. No, but I
That's
remember.
hilarious.
I remember I wrote quite a few. I can't remember. I think it was called Easter Party or something like that. It's just some weird like thing that's like not based on like any sort of storyline or whatever. Like I don't know, it's opening or
boy.
going on an Easter egg. I don't know. It's some crazy stuff. But it's just kind of funny to think that like for a good year or two at least, I don't know how long it was, I was like pretty committed. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be an author. I'm gonna write stories, which is kind of funny because it's like almost like any kid sort of goes through that phase where and we always at least for me there is like a teacher phase, right? Always
Yeah.
wanted to be a teacher.
Yeah.
There was a good solid phase for wanting to be a children's book author. Believe it or not, for the longest time I wanted to be a cop. And not just your
too.
average, yeah, but not just your like any like patrol cop. Like I wanted like. So, are you familiar with the show Flashpoint? Do you remember that
Yes, it
show?
was one of my favorite TV shows.
Yeah.
I loved
I love
that show.
Flashpoint. Love Flashpoint. I watched all 5 seasons. It's a fantastic show. Side note: it's on Netflix now. You should watch it if you have Netflix.
Perfect.
But what was I saying? Yeah, so I had watched that show like crazy, and that sort of like fueled my dream of being a cop. So I remember I literally like dressed up as their as like in their uniforms, the SRU, and I would like run around the house, run around the neighborhood. I'd like pretend to like be the cops and everything, and like I went full on into it. Like we used to have these like landline phones, and they had like the wearable like earpiece thing. And I'd use that as like the little like earpiece thing that they use. I was in it. I was in it, and I had like these toy like Nerf guns. Yeah, and I'd solving crime. Yeah. So maybe that's how. Maybe inevitably acting was always on the radar for me, because I mean I was kind of doing it already, or not. I guess you could call that like just I don't know, just having fun.